eating experience. Hi, everybody. So today we're going to be talking about something that's very common, I think, that a lot of people experience, and that is binge eating and emotional eating. I think it's a lot more common than what we think. So we're going to share today our own personal experience because unfortunately we have dealt with binge eating and emotional eating.
I'm not an emotional eater.
You're not an emotional eater? You're a binge eater, for sure.
Okay.
So
maybe a binge eater.
Binge eater, yes, especially when it comes to Oreo cookies. But we're going to share our own personal experience with it and how we overcame it, and we're going to share some tips on what you can possibly do to, if you are experiencing this in your life, what you could possibly do to help overcome your emotional eating or binge eating habits. So I'm Rachel.
And I'm Rich. I'm a certified personal trainer and a Beachbody coach. I'm also a fitness nutrition specialist as well.
That sounds important. So, I'm also a Beachbody coach, one-star Beachbody coach. You want to go ahead and share your own experience?
So with me, I'm not a really emotional eater because I don't get emotional a lot.
No, he's one of those types that's like steady.
I'm just always happy.
Yeah.
I figure it's just wasted energy. If I can't change the situation, then why get upset about it? But now the binge eating is a little bit different. I try not to, but I've had experiences where I'll diet real heavy and eat real clean. I hate the word diet, but I'll eat real clean and I'll do it for, Monday through Friday. And then on Saturday comes, I'm like, okay, this is my treat day. Well, my treat day turns into hamburgers and fries and sodas and 4 bags of popcorn with M&Ms. So it turns into, instead of a treat meal, it turns into a treat day.
Yeah. And I think a lot of people do that.
Yeah, a lot of people do that. And I would say, you can have a treat meal, just don't turn it into a treat day.
Yes, that's true. Yes. So I guess, are you finished? I didn't want to interrupt you.
No, I'm good.
Sorry. Okay. So I guess with my own personal experience with emotional eating and binge eating, mine stems, I guess maybe, it was definitely before Rich and I met. And so I guess it's been maybe 5-6 years ago or more. And, I came from it was just a really dark, deep area of my life, and it's really hard for me to talk about it. There's just a lot of things going on in my life, and so I turn to food for that comfort. And I mean, still to this day, my son Ryan will say, "Oh, Mom, you remember that one time that you ate the entire gallon of ice cream and didn't save me any?" And I'm like, "Yes." And that's what I would do. I would wait until Ryan went to bed, and I'd raid the pantry. I would raid the fridge. I would eat. I would literally consume thousands of calories at night while Ryan was sleeping. And then to counteract that, I would then take double doses of laxatives, thinking that would be a smart way of getting rid of all those calories that I just consumed. And then the next day, that was, back when I was going to the gym, I would go to the gym and I'd work out for 2 hours thinking that if I do a lot of cardio, that would get rid. I mean, it was just this huge vicious cycle. And then I would get frustrated with myself because I would starve and not eat anything and restrict my calories. And it was just like this big, huge, vicious cycle that I was in, and I just kept spiraling down. And the more that I did it, the worse I felt, but then the worse I felt, the more I did it.
So what was your like go-to like binge? finished food?
I would say ice cream. Ice cream was my, and I had a drinking problem too. That's a huge other story. It was either I would drink or it was either food. It was one or the other. But I would say probably.
So you guys that are on here right now, what's your go-to food? What's your kind of your comfort food that just keeps drawing you back in all the time, and you can't get enough of it when you start?
Yeah. So if those of you who are watching either live or later on, watching the recorded, we'd love to hear from you. You know, do you experience emotional eating, or are you would you say you're a binge eater? And it's okay, you know, to admit that, you know, and put in the comments, what's your go-to food? What is it that, you know, it's kind of like your comfort food. It makes you feel better. So
Pam says Pizza Hut. Oh yeah, Pizza Hut.
Pizza Hut.
Our kids love Pizza Hut.
Yeah, Pizza Hut. That's a big one. That's a good comfort food. That's a good one.
So let's talk about why does that happen? Well, for me, it's not an emotional thing, but even with most people, it's sort of the same principle. Is people eat and restrict the amount of calories that they're actually taking in, and what happens is your brain says, hey, I'm hungry, I need that sugar, I need that glucose, and you start taking it in. So the key is don't restrict your calories so much that your brain ends up sending signals, well, your stomach sends signals back and forth to your brain that says, hey, I need to keep eating, and I need to eat really fast, and that's going to give you satisfaction really quick, but later on you're going to eat too much at that one actually sitting. So that's the key, is don't restrict your calories so much, or don't go so long without eating that when you do get that hunger, you want to tear up everything in the pantry, like I do.
And don't you find when you eat sugar, you crave sugar?
Absolutely.
Yeah, because I know I'm like that. If I eat something sweet, especially at the beginning of the day, then I just want to eat sweets all day long.
Right.
So it's just better for me not to eat it.
So what do you do to combat that?
Okay, well, first and foremost, just don't buy it. Somebody commented, you know, whatever's at my reach. And
what do I always say? When we're getting ready
don't bring it in the house.
When we're getting ready for vacation or getting ready for summer, what do I tell you?
Don't bring it in the house.
Don't buy it.
Because if it's in the house, then if you have like that, oh my gosh, I need something right now, you know, because your first instinct is to go for food, and we're going to share with you here in a little bit. So stick with us. We're going to share with you what to do instead of food. But if it's at home, if it's in your pantry, if it's in your refrigerator, then all you got to do, it's very easy to go and eat and get it. So our number one tip is don't buy it.
Right.
Okay?
Because we buy oatmeal cream pies or Oreos, they're gone. Yeah. I'm going to tell you, they're going to be gone in a day or two.
Right.
So that's my control. That's the way I control it, is I don't buy those things. Mm-hmm. Or another way is, instead of buying a whole pack of Oreos, just buy the one that has 6. Or instead of buying a gallon ice cream, what do?
Just buy like either half or like a little.
Like the little ones. The little ones that has a little serving size. Yeah. So those are 2 things.
So I have a question for you viewers. I have another question that for those of you who are watching. What are some of the reasons why you have emotional eating? That's a question. You know, is it because you're stressed, or I'm going to just let you fill in the blank. So comment in the comment section there, what triggers you to have a binge eating episode or emotional eating? We'd like to hear from you. I know for me, it's stress.
Maybe when I don't fold my laundry or put it away. Or
yes.
Do the dishes.
Oh my gosh. Clothes on the floor, it drives me nuts. Yes.
No, I hate laundry. I do. Someday, you know what? Someday I'm going to get when we build another house, I'm going to get a closet that just has like cubbies that I can put my clothes in.
Like a milk crate?
Sort of like milk crates, but it'll be a little bit better.
Oh my gosh.
Because
Okay, we're getting off track here.
But that laundry thing just gets to me.
He doesn't like laundry. Okay, getting back on track here. So what is it that triggers you? Because what we want you to do is we want you to realize, what is it that triggers that emotional eating, or what is it that triggers that binge eating episode, so that you can recognize it and then control it. Don't let the food control you. You control the situation. And I know for me in the past, when I would get stressed or I'd get angry, I would just want to go get a beer. I'll be honest. I mean, I just want a beer. And now, even to this day, I mean, I've been, five years sober. But even to this day, I still struggle with that. Is my immediate instinct is to go get a beer when I get stressed out.
Right. So the way to combat that is to stay busy. When you get that feeling, take a walk. Even if you have to walk around your house, take a small walk, and don't allow food to control you. And Tony says poor planning leads to starving, which leads to bad choices. Absolutely. Yeah. When you don't plan ahead, you're going to get very, very hungry and you're going to starve, and then you're going to eat everything in sight.
Yeah. And that's why we tell everybody to make sure that you're eating every 3 hours, because that's going to help keep your metabolism going, and it's going to help eliminate that hangry feeling. Because I know if I go more than 3 hours, look out, because Mama Bear comes out and I'm like, give me food.
So I always like the little funny thing. It says graze like a cow all day long, but don't eat like a cow, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So don't necessarily eat, just take in a little bit of food every few hours, and you'll be fine.
Right. Yeah.
And actually, if you took in the same amount of food that you normally eat over 3 meals, and if you spread it over 5 meals, you would actually speed up your metabolism and lose weight.
Yeah, we should do it.
And that's another topic. Well, that's topic. We'll talk about speeding
yeah.
metabolism up as well.
And Lisa just made a really good comment as far as the hormones and the monthly cycle that us girls have.
That woman thing.
He's totally like cool with that. I mean, he's like a girl. He can talk about anything. But it's true. I mean, I know the week before I start, not to get like too personal, but the week before I crave chocolate like you would not believe. And one of the things that I do is I just make sure that I get in an extra serving of fruit, because again, it's your brain signaling, saying that you need glucose. And
you want that sugar. You want that immediate satisfaction that tastes good.
Yeah. And I think we've conditioned our brains to think that we need chocolate or we need cookies, when in fact we need glucose, but you can get it from healthy alternatives, which would be fruit. That would be a really good source to combat that. So that's a good comment, Lisa. Another thing to do is to track your food, because when you're tracking your food on, whether it's like you write down on a journal, or I know like MyFitnessPal, when you track your food, you're less likely to overindulge, because you literally have to track your food and be accountable to what you're eating. So that's another good tip to combat the binging and emotional eating. So do you have any other tips?
That covers it. I tell you what, one of the things, because I don't emotionally eat, and I get hungry later in the night. There's a couple things that I do is I do some type of casein protein with some unsweetened almond milk, because it's a slow digesting protein, and I want it in my system because I want it to repair me all night long when I sleep. And fat-free, sugar-free Cool Whip, right? So instead of going and getting M&Ms, right, or chocolate or oatmeal cream pie or whatever it is you want, keep some fat-free, sugar-free Cool Whip. Take 2 big spoonfuls. It's like 10 calories, but it gives you that sweet taste. I've been doing that for years, and 8:30, 9 o'clock at night, instead of a bowl of ice cream, 2 big spoonfuls of fat-free, sugar-free Cool Whip, and it takes care of it for me.
Yeah, he does it all the time. And I don't know if we mentioned it before, but another one is to have an accountability partner. So when you do feel like you're getting stressed out, or you're feeling like you're about to do some emotional eating or some binge eating, have an accountability partner that you can call and just say, okay, girlfriend, I need some help. I just need you to talk me through this. So having somebody that you can contact. And another tip too is to stay busy. So find another way of, instead of going towards food for that comfort feeling, because what it is, it's all internal. And you, like, as I said before, you've conditioned yourself that when you are feeling emotional, when you're feeling stressed, when you're feeling bored, when you're angry, whatever the situation is, you've conditioned yourself to go towards food. It's kind of like the Pavlov dog theory, if you guys know about that. If not, Google it. But anyway, you've conditioned your brain to go towards the food, where look for other ways. Go for a walk, go to the mall, go run errands, call your friend.
Internet shopping.
Yeah, internet shopping. No, that would create another whole other monster. Retail therapy at Target. I've done that.
Yeah.
So there's lots of different ways, but hopefully some of these tips have helped you. And we want to hear from you, because I know that this is a huge epidemic that a lot of people struggle with, is, you know, the emotional eating and the binge eating. And there are ways to combat that. So we want to hear from you. Let us know, what is it that triggers you? What is it that you go towards when you are stress eating? And by all means, if you feel like you need to have a deeper conversation about this, send us a private message. We'll be more than happy to share and kind of go in more detail with this conversation, you know, because we are here to help. But so hopefully this was helpful for you. Hey, one more favor, because I learned something new with these live videos. For those of you who are watching live right now, can you just hit the like button? Because I was told that people who hit the like button, like all these hearts start fluttering around.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, yeah.
There's a thumb.
There's a thumb. Like, oh, yeah, and Tony's face. Oh, I love it. I love it.
Awesome.
This is so cool, you guys. It's like fireworks. Oh, and a love button. That is so, I'm like easily entertained, you can tell.
Just like yesterday. Oh, look, a squirrel.
Yeah, okay. I get sidetracked too easily. Okay.
Wrap it up.
Thank you, guys. Did you just tell me to wrap it up?
Yeah, I told you, let's wrap it up.
Okay, I've been told to wrap it up. All right, we're going to be live tomorrow at 12:15 on part 2 of our gym that's down at the basement gym. So we're going to be sharing that tomorrow. Tag your friends, share our videos, and make sure that you subscribe to our videos so that you can get them live. And once this has been posted, just go in the upper right hand corner, hit subscribe, and then you'll be alerted when we are going live. Give it up, baby. All right,
we need to put music to this at the end or something, at the beginning.
You can sing?
No. Somebody figure out how to do that for me. Put music at the beginning, like, bow, bow, bow.
Oh my gosh. We could like just play music in the background.
No.
I don't know. We'll
okay, guys, we're out of here.
Bye, guys. See ya. Have a great day.